What's going on, YouTube, and welcome to our new Let's Play of a visual novel, Eternum. I haven't played this before. I'm going in completely blind, so I'm not sure if there's chapters or how this stuff is split up. So I'm just going to go based on time. Seems we're a good place to stop. But again, this is going to be completely blind. So let's jump right into it here. I'll just move my mouse off to the side here once we're started. So let's get right into it, shall we? Let's see what this has in store for us. I have no idea anything about this game. If you want to play it, there'll be a link in the description to a Steam page if there is one. Oh, hi. I'm Annie. It's really nice to meet you. Thank you for downloading the game. Oh, well, communicable tips to ensure your journey. This game is pretty straightforward and you seem like a pretty smart person. So I don't think you'll have much difficulty at all. There's a few things. Alright, what do we got? So this little heart icon will beat if you do something right. Yay. Or wrong. Aw. Like this. When you click on it, you'll see the current stats and standing with all the girls you've met during your adventure. You can even use your mouse wheel or the arrows on your keyboard to see all the different looks for each one of them. But be careful, if you happen to see a girl that's grayed out, it means you screwed up something somewhere. Oh, I added the word there. In order to get on her path again, you'll have to backtrack and find out where things went wrong. Remember, good things are worth fighting for. And well, I'm sure you know the rest. I don't think it's your first time playing this type of game. Ha! Yeah, that's true. There's another playthrough on my channel, Leap of Faith. Definitely check it out. The dialogue appears here, but remember you can hide at any time by pressing H. If you see text that appears in parentheses, it means you're reading that character's thoughts. Testing. Yep. Things appear to be working just fine. Oh, and since all my thoughts are already on display here, I think you should keep the music and sound effects enabled. Well, music unfortunately is going to have to be disabled because of copyright. That makes the game so much better. It's way more immersive. You won't regret it. And that's it. Thanks for hearing me out. I wish you a very... What the hell's going on here? What are you doing, Annie? Are you welcoming new players? I thought I was in charge of doing that. Delia, I know this is supposed to be your job, but there's been a change of plans. What? Why? Who decided that? You know, him. What? You didn't say anything to me about change of plans. You... Yeah, well, anyway, there's no use crying over spilled milk. Besides, I'm sure the new player is eager to begin. We should get going. Bye-bye for now. Hope to see you soon. Enjoy. Chef John there. What's your name? Let's just keep it Orion. Orion Richards. Sure. Do you want pregnancy content? Huh. Do I? Huh. I don't know. I think I'm going to say no for now, just for YouTube. If I play this again on my own, maybe I'll do that. But for now, I'm just going to say no, because I don't know what that entails. I don't even know where to start. My name is Orion. I was born in the city of Credon, a relatively small town on the west coast of the United States. I lived there until I was 8 years old. Looking back on my childhood, I like to think I was a pretty happy kid, despite a few curveballs being thrown my way. My mother left shortly after I was born, and my dad was never around much because he was always so focused on his job. That's actually why we ended up moving to Europe. Dad needed to relocate there to keep his position. I know. It sounds all pretty gloom, but don't worry. This is not about to be one long sob story. Man, the big city. To be honest, adapting to new places was never difficult for me. I was always able to quickly make new friends. Even after moving, my father continued to work all day. I can never really blame him, though. He had to work to support us both. Heaven knows where I'd be without him. So Europe is where I grew up and continued my studies. I don't consider myself to be a genius, but the truth is that I've always gotten good grades. In my spare time, I enjoy going to the gym and playing all types of sports. However, ever since I was young, I've always been addicted to all the things technology, electronics, computers, video games, gadgets, you name it. I'm especially passionate about making computer graphics too. Thanks to that passion and my good grades, I was just recently offered the opportunity of a lifetime to join a student exchange program and finish my last year of high school in Credon, my hometown. Credon has always been famous for its high school. All the students who graduate there end up getting accepted to the best universities in the country. Many famous and influential people studied in Credon. Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, former President Stab. Stab? Really? Honestly, as soon as I got the offer, I didn't have to think twice about it. I was thrilled at the opportunity. I packed my suitcase, said goodbye to my father and friends, and left as soon as I could. Back to my roots. As for my personal life, let's just say I can't complain. I don't know why, but I've always had a way with the ladies. I've slept with hundreds of women. They all ended up falling in love with me as if by magic. To be honest, it actually kind of gets tiring. What's my secret? Well, normally a magician never tells, but I guess I'll fill you in. I, myself, believe the key to flirting is... ha-ha! Self-confidence and... ha-ha-ha! Oop. Ah, crap, I can't breathe. Okay. Sorry, you can continue. Go ahead. Yeah, as I was saying, the key to flirting is... Sorry, buddy. It's just that the closest thing he's to getting laid was last year when the school's lunch lady slipped and fell on him. And now this motherfucker is here proudly proclaiming he has slept with hundreds of women. Hey, it was you who told me to say those things, remember? Bro, if you believe you're a player, you'll become a player. No one knows us in this town. This is our chance to start fresh. We can be cool now. We could be whoever we want to be. Did I say that? Well, scratch that down. That's not going to work. You should stick to the nice guy attitude. Look at me. You didn't get girls last year either. It's been 2 months composing a song to ask Cindy out, and when you finally did, she just laughed at you. And when she finally was able to catch her breath, Jeremy broke your guitar. Exactly. Did that stop me? Did that take away my smile? You were crying for 2 weeks every time that... What I was trying to say is that no matter what happens, you should never lower your head. Life is wonderful, Orion. Yeah, well, if you say so. And if all else fails, I always have someone who you can depend on, my friend. I know, buddy. Chang. I met him over 10 years ago when I started school in Europe. He can be a bit weird at times, and that usually scares people. However, I would trust him with my life, and I know he'd do anything to help me, if necessary. Upon getting accepted to the student exchange program, I was allowed to extend the invitation to some others as well. That's weird. In total, there were 3 slots available, 1 for me and 2 for whoever I asked to join. Cheng was one of them, and the other, I'm back! And Annie, who we already saw, was Annie. Hey, were you able to make that call? Yes, mission accomplished. There was a signal in the first car. Nice. Annie is a close friend from my childhood. When I moved from Credon, she was my next door neighbor and the first person I met. We quickly bonded after discovering we both had something in common, the absence of our parents. Her father was a traveling salesman, and her mother was a flight attendant, so she almost never got to see the two of them. We were both lost and lonely. After finding a companion within each other, we've been inseparable ever since. Annie is very polite, kind, amiable. She's a bit younger than me, but she's never made a difference. That's never made a difference to us. Because of how close we were, people always believed we were dating. But the truth is we were just friends. I mean, she's cute, and we love spending time with each other, but I've never tried to make a move on her. I could never do it. She'd probably freak out if I did. I'm not interested at all either. I mean, it wouldn't work. It would be weird for us. Yeah, that's the word. Weird. It's just not the kind of relationship we have. Stop doing that. What? You know what? You always do that. First you're talking to someone, then your wandering thoughts take a hold of you and you stop listening. Me? That's not true. What was I talking about? When? Now, before I brought you back into the real world. Something about video games? I knew you weren't listening to me. Okay, sorry, won't have again. Better not. I was saying that I spoke with Nancy. She said she's already there. She'll be waiting for us outside Credon Station. Wow, that's great. I can't wait to see her. I hope she recognizes me. I'm sure she will. I'm actually kind of nervous. Nancy used to be my babysitter in Crennan. Since my father's always working, I can recall more memories with her than with my dad. I used to spend the entire afternoon playing with Nancy and her daughter Dahlia, but then we had to move and ended up losing touch. It was a nice surprise to discover that she was one of the host families working with the student exchange program. Living with them will be much cheaper than renting a student residence, and it'll surely be nice to see Nancy and Dahlia again. Come to find out, she actually had 2 rooms available, so Annie will have a place to stay as well. She's actually been the one who's been coordinating with Nancy over the phone, even though they didn't know each other beforehand. I've always hated talking on the phone. I prefer chatting online or talking in person. Me too. I am the same. Do you think she'll like me? Nancy? Of course. Don't worry about it, Annie. I haven't seen her in over 10 years, so it'll probably feel like I'm meeting her for the first time too. I know, but I can't help feeling a bit nervous. What about you, Chang? Do you know anything about your host family? Not much. I just know their names are Lucinda and Mark, and they have a daughter named Michaela. They said their house isn't very far from the school. Michaela's supposed to be the same age as Orion and me, so that's cool. Sounds good. Next stop, Delwick. Check my time here. Almost there. That's the second to last stop. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get to our new home? Well, say hello to everyone. I mean, after that, airhead. To tell you the truth, I'm pretty tired. I think I'll just go to sleep. Tomorrow's our first day of school, so I'd like to start off on the right foot. I would hate for everyone's first impression to be from the sleepy and cranky Orion. Fair enough. What about you? What will you do? Me? Logging into Eternum and playing a while, of course. Uh-huh. I should have known. I don't even know why I asked. Okay, don't. Eternum. Over the past year, every single conversation I have seems to be about it. A few years ago, a newly created company called Ulysses announced their first game, a virtual hyper-reality MMORPG that promised to revolutionize the world of technology. With the game's neural implant that recreates the 5 senses, they said it'd become impossible to distinguish between the game and the real world. Eternum, more real than life itself. What? That's not what it says. More real than real life. I don't know where I came up with that nonsense. They promised thousands of servers, absolute freedom, and things never seen before in history. Big claim for sure. After they released the first version of the game and players got to see things for themselves, everything they promised turned out to be an understatement. It was better than one could have ever imagined. People became addicted to Eternum, to say the least. The neural implant required to play cost $2,500 and can only be used by a single person. They started to call it the drug of the rich. Shortly after their first release, Eternum added its own in-game currency, and then Ulysses quickly became the biggest company in the world. Today, Ulysses makes market capitalization is worth 31 trillion US dollars, more than 10 times that of Microsoft or Amazon. Wow, they actually use actual names in this game too. A lot of the games I've noticed use like fake names instead of saying the actual companies and stuff. So that's kind of weird. Oh, my coffee. Problem with these kinds of games, there's a lot of talking. They say the owner of the company could buy out the entire country if he wanted to. Not much is known about him, only that he created the entire game by himself and is referred to as the founder. There's some weird shit going on with that game. Yeah, you can't die in Eternum because you can still feel pain. And there's a dark side to the game too. Black markets, torture, rape, sexual abuse, child sexual abuse material, data theft. Everyone knows about it. But the world governments turn a blind eye to it. Eternum abides by its own law, its only rules. What? Its own rules, its own police. And people don't care. They can fulfill all their fantasies there. And that seems to be all that matters. You should go to sleep too, Annie. We have to wake up pretty early tomorrow. Yes, I will. I'll just complete a couple of dungeons and play a quick visit to the market. I don't even know how the hell you managed to get enough money to buy yourself a neural implant. Well, it's because as soon as the game was announced, I worked every side gig I could and saved up each penny I earned. It was so worth it. You play too much. Nah, that's not true. Yeah, it is. How many hours a day do you play? 8? 10? You're addicted. You're just saying all this because you're jealous that you can't play Eternum. What? Nah. Yes, it's true. Nah. Yes, it is. Nah. Yes. Nope. Yes, admit it already. You're nothing but a big ball of envy because your best friend can play Eternum and you can't since you didn't save any money. What? Best friend? I thought I was your best friend, Orion. What? Oh, yeah, of course you are, buddy. What? I'm not your best friend? Oh, yeah, it's a bad spot. Well, yeah, of course. You're my best friend, Annie. What? Wait! Which is it, Orion? I need to know. Oh, no. You're both my best friends. That's not saying anything. You have to choose. Yeah, who's your bestest friend? Me or Chang? They're different kinds of friendship. But who means more to you? That's a... Okay. Who actually makes someone choose? That's just rude. Who is the one true best friend? Come on, guys. Don't make me do this. I mean, well, thinking about it objectively, I guess... Ah, crap. I actually have to choose? Oh, man. Oh, God. Do I go with my bro? Or do I go with my bestie over here who's been here for... Oh. There's a saying about bros, but, coffee. Let's do, Eni or Chang? Where do we want to go in this playthrough? Check my timer here. So, we're at that. We're good for about 10 more minutes or so. Let us do... No, we're gonna go with Annie. We'll just do it. No longer. I guess it would be you, Annie. Ah, thank God. You scared me there for a moment. We've been through too much together, Annie. You know I wouldn't have even accepted the invitation to come here if you hadn't come with me. Thank you. But that doesn't mean you aren't also my best friend, Chang. Chang? Oh, he's sad. Sad panda. Buddy? Come on, Chang. You know I love you. You're my best male friend. Nothing can cure the soul but the senses, just as nothing can cure the senses but the soul. I'll make it up to you. I'll promise that I'll get you a beer after school tomorrow. But turn that music off. Ah, it's a deal, my friend. Nothing like an ice-cold bubbly brewski to numb the pain. Agreed. Ah, the sun shines again. Well, we should be there. Oh. Well, we should be there any moment now. Tell me, where are you supposed to meet your new family? Mine said they're picking me up at the station, too. The mom and the daughter. Apparently, the dad's on a business trip. You know what that means. That you're gonna get slapped for making unwanted advances? Not this time, buddy. I'm the new Chang. Chang the cool. Chang the ladies' man. Are you really gonna try to hit on your hostesses? Not only them, all of Credit is going to become my hunting ground. Nobody was safe from Chang the Casanova. Really? That doesn't sound like you. You've always called yourself a hopeless romantic. That's the old Chang, not Chang the womanizer. Chang the charming cannot be pinned down with monogamy. Okay, how many nicknames do you have? Chang the modern Romeo has many moves, more options for women to scream in bed. You know, all kidding aside, I feel the same way. This place is going to be a good opportunity to meet some ladies. Between me and you, people in our old city thought Annie was my girlfriend. That didn't help. You can make a name for herself in Credin. And, I don't know, I got a feeling my luck's gonna change. I'm sure there'll be lots of hot girls and... Huh? What are you muttering? Nothing. Talking about girls? No. It's okay, you can tell me. Only part of the conversation. I want to know how men think. We were talking about basketball. Who's playing? Golden State. Against whom? The 49ers. Isn't that football? Next stop, Credin. Ooh, thank goodness. Ah, that's our stop. Come on, boys, we're finally here. Get your bags. Let's go. And here we come. Okay, so before we move on, actually go thing, let's check out this little heart thing. All right, so it looks like, yeah, it's only the ladies that are here. So let's check out Annie here. Those ships are 2 hearts, age 18, 5'1", 92 pounds. Oh, she's tiny. Favorite food, cheesecake. Oh, I already like her. Favorite movie, Ready Player One. Fun fact, I've never actually seen that or read the books. I know it's like this big cult following kind of thing, but yeah, I've never seen it. Animal, panda bear. Gallery, if you click the gallery, they are both locked. That's fine. So we're at 2 hearts. Okay, that's interesting why you can only do that. Must be more options later. Cool, so pretty basic. I think this is a good place to stop. We got an introduction into our characters here. And yeah, in the next episode, we'll continue and meet our hosts and see where we're going to live. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is a kind of a short episode, especially if you've watched my previous Let's Play, where I was doing it by the chapters. Yeah, they're like 1.5 hour episodes. That's a lot. And I don't know how they're broken up in this game, even if they are broken up at all. For all I know, it's one continuous story. Let's keep them kind of reasonable this time. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. There'll also be another playthrough on this channel coming up as well. Definitely check it out. I'm going to be playing a single player game. I got off the Epic Game Store. You'll have to check out the channel and see what it is. Hit that subscribe. Thank you. Catch you guys next time.